In this video, I'm going to talk about one of the biggest benefits of EXP's revenue share model that has nothing to do with collecting revenue. And that's coming up right now. Hey everyone, welcome back to Freedom Agents. This YouTube channel is all about providing great content for free to real estate agents who are looking to explode their sales business, but who also are interested in developing other forms of passive income streams. My name is Marc Brenner. I'm a licensed realtor here in Atlanta. And if you have a question about EXP Realty or you'd like to talk about potentially joining my personal downline, I would love to hear from you. All of my contact information is in the description below. Please feel free to book an appointment with me using the Calendly link or just give me a call on my phone. I have agents reaching out to me all the time about potentially making the switch to EXP, and I absolutely love it. All right, so today I'm going to be talking about one of the biggest benefits of EXP Realty that, in my opinion, does not get talked about enough. Now, if you're a new agent, if you're an agent that's getting their license, or if you're an agent with some years under your belt, but you just feel like you might need a change, you're probably researching different brokerages, seeing what the pros or cons are, and generally trying to make the best decision possible for you, which is a great idea. So I've talked a lot on this channel about the amazing benefits of EXP Realty, everything from the incredible training, the great splits, the actual model of the company, the ability to earn your cap back in company stock in a company that's growing tremendously. But what I haven't talked about yet, and what I personally have not seen many other realtors talk about, is the power of the downline and how it can have a massive impact on your business going forward. So first off, you may be wondering, what is the downline? Well, let me just back up a little bit and give you a brief overview of what I'm talking about. So number one of the biggest benefits of being a real estate agent at EXP Brokerages is that you have an opportunity to participate in the revenue share program. And this is unique only to EXP. Keller Williams does have a similar model, but it's called a profit share model. And that's a very key distinction that you should make sure you're educated about. But basically what it is EXP incentivizes its agents to extol the benefits of EXP, to talk about it, and to essentially recruit agents into the company. And for doing that, they have the opportunity to earn a portion of that agent's cap that they pay out. And so the idea being that this is a great incentive for the company to grow, but it's also a great way to get your agents invested in the success of the agents that join, right? Now, if you think about most of your traditional brokerages, you might be really happy at that brokerage and you might naturally tell people that they should consider joining it. But even if you get to that point and they join the brokerage, you're really not incentivized in any material way to help them be successful. And one of the great things, and really what we're going to talk about, is not only how this program can create a massive source of passive income for you, but how it's fostering an environment of collaboration, learning, sharing best practices, and just overall having a deeper vested interest in the success of agents who join the company. So, just going back to the actual revenue share, because I want to make sure you understand how incredible an opportunity it is. There's no limit to the amount of people that you can bring in your downline. There's no limit to the amount of people who you can recruit into the company. And this is really, truly a passive income stream. It's a very big buzzword, right? You hear about passive income. Well, a lot of times if you drill down, it's not passive income, really. Even if you take real estate investing, which I think is probably the most tried and true way to build wealth in this country, you really can't call it passive investing unless you have your systems dialed in to where if you went away for an extended period of time, the money is still rolling in, right? It's money making money even when you're sleeping. If you're the property manager for that property, well, you're going to have to go out there if something breaks or if your tenant has some sort of issue. And that to me is not at that point a true source of passive income. It has the potential to get there, but any situation that requires you to be involved in the business, working it constantly, really isn't passive. And this is the key difference with revenue share. Now, like I'm going to talk about today, agents who bring people into their downline do spend time investing in those people, and so that's probably one way you could say it's not totally passive, but those agents are out there making money, right? So if I bring people into my downline and they are being successful, selling homes, helping folks buy and sell homes, paying out their cap, which is 16 grand a year, that's going to be money flowing in for me. And it goes down through levels. And so people who are recruiting are making money all the way up through the downline. And to me, it's one of the closest things to true passive income that you'll find. And so, what you have at EXP Realty and what is super inspiring is you have some of these mega agents. There have been so many mega agents that have moved over to EXP Realty. You've probably seen it, Jay Kinder, Ricky Caruth, Lloyd Velasquez, Brian Casella, so many big names moving over to EXP Realty. Well, why is that? It's because they have a big influence. And, they realize that they can utilize that influence to encourage people to come into their downline. And this creates massive passive income streams for them. I've been on calls with EXP agents who are literally earning hundreds of thousands of dollars each month through their downline. We're talking downlines of thousands of agents. That takes a long time to get to, obviously, and if you had gotten in an EXP early, you're going to reap the benefits of kind of taking that leap. But it's there, it's possible, and it's really inspiring. And I talk about this all the time. You're a real estate agent, you're looking for a brokerage. And I'm not going to say EXP Realty is, the best brokerage for every agent, but I say this all the time. In my personal opinion, a successful real estate agent is going to be successful at any brokerage they join. So why wouldn't you join the brokerage that offers you the most opportunity to put money back in your pocket, the most opportunity for you to create multiple streams of revenue? And to me, that was one of the driving forces of joining EXP Realty. Now, what I didn't realize was the incredible benefits of being in a downline. Now, I will say you have to be careful about whose downline you join, because sure, you could join a downline and you might never hear from the person again, and they're collecting money based off your success and you're not getting anything from it. But in my experience, I have gotten a tremendous amount of value from the downline that I'm in. And personally, it's very important to me to create a tremendous amount of value for anyone who joins my downline. And that's been one of the biggest surprises in my time at EXP Realty so far, is just that connection. And I think one of the biggest ironies of EXP Realty is it's a virtual brokerage, but I have felt more connected, especially to the big players in the brokerage, than I ever did at Keller Williams. Now, Keller Williams has a great atmosphere. It has a great, training environment, and it really prides itself on encouraging people, pumping each other up. One of the things I talk about, though, the problem with, when you're at Keller Williams, you hang your license at a brick and mortar franchise, okay? You may do your work from there. The majority of your interactions with other KW agents will be at that market center. And so you're really only as good as the people in that market center. Now, I'm sure there's big agents at the market center, agents who do great business at any market center or most market centers, but you don't have connections with the top agents at Keller Williams. You might see them at family reunion. You might see them at a bold course. You don't have day in and day out access to the biggest agents at Keller Williams. And one of the ironies of EXP being a virtual brokerage where there are no brick and mortar locations is that although we don't physically see each other every day at an office, we have the access at the tip of our fingertips to all these incredible agents. And not just incredible agents. I'm in Georgia, not just incredible agents in Atlanta or in Georgia, incredible agents across the whole company, the top agents. They're leading trainings in EXP world. They're making themselves available if you want to reach out. And if they're in your upline, if you're in their downline, you could and you should have direct access to them, which to me has been one of the most surprising, crazy benefits of my time at EXP Realty. So let's get into some of the specifics of the value that I'm talking about so you can kind of get a clear picture of the tremendous value. So I'm a big believer in YouTube. It's transformed my real estate sales business. And I was actually able to partner with the people who inspired me to create my YouTube channel, Living in Atlanta. Please feel free to check it out and copy me. I was actually inspired by the Living in Portland guys, Jesse Dow and Jackson Wilkie. I reached out to them, because I said I was having great success, kind of utilizing some of their tips and tricks in YouTube. And now I'm a part of their business, really. I'm in their downline. I moved from Keller Williams to EXP Realty, joined Jesse Dow's downline. And now I go from seeing these guys across the country have massive success with YouTube and their sales business for real estate, being really excited when I reached out and they were helpful, got on calls with me, shared all their information, allowed me to copy a lot of the things that they were doing. Well, now I have direct access to them. And now every other week I'm in a call with Jesse's downline or with Jackson's downline. So I have access to so many resources that, people who are not in their downline are paying a lot of money for. They have an entire brand agency, Channel Junkies, to help realtors be successful on YouTube. They have boot camps that they charge hundreds, thousands of dollars for. All this is free for me. And not only is it free for me, it's free for anyone in my downline. And so you have these benefits cascading down, right? So, anyone who joins my downline at EXP, not only are they going to get the benefit of one-on-one coaching with me, help building a YouTube channel, access to me, help talking about how to help real estate investors and stand out on bigger pockets, but they can go to the YouTube bootcamp for free. They can have access to the editors that edit our videos. They can have direct access to all the resources that these guys use to build a massive business through YouTube. All these benefits cascade down. I think this is a fantastic model. They don't have to do that, and I don't have to do that for people on my downline, but it's about creating value and supporting people, because if the agents we bring into our downline are not successful, there's no point in bringing them into our downline in the first place, right? I only make money, and that's not all what it's about, but that's a reality of life is, business, one aspect is making money. If the people in my downline don't make money, I don't make money. And so I have a vested interest in seeing them be successful. So, you have this value proposition that, if you want to quantify monetarily is in the hundreds and thousands of dollars that now is available to everyone in my downline. And maybe someone in my downline creates some massive value that they can pass down to the person in that downline. And so you get a lot of talk about a pyramid scheme with EXP Realty. And I have a whole video of this, which you should watch if you're even a little bit nervous about that. But really, it's the best thing, if you want to talk about pyramid scheme, it's a complete opposite. Pyramid schemes don't provide value. They mask value and they trick people. And they prop up a business on a fraud, and the fraud is the product, where in our case, the product is real estate, and the money is made off successful realtors. I can't think of a little more legitimate product than that. And so you have this cascading value that goes through your downline that has been incredibly powerful in my business, and not only with Jesse and Jackson, but with the people that are in their upline. I'm connected all the way to the top. I was on a call yesterday with Chuck Fazio and his wife. Now, if you don't know who Chuck Fazio is, type him into Google. Has done over $1 billion in sales with his own brokerage, had over 600 agents at his own brokerage before joining EXP Realty. These are people who are not just the most successful salespeople or brokers in EXP or in one brokerage in the entire world. And now I'm on a call with them asking questions, and they're providing value in so many different ways, tips, tricks, strategies for success. I would never be able to talk to Chuck Fazio if I wasn't, in his downline. And not only that, he gave me his personal number and email and said, reach out anytime. If you ever want to hop on a Zoom call, I'll hop on a Zoom call. And so, if you reach out to me, we'll hop on a Zoom call with Chuck. So you're going to be on a Zoom call with $1 billion producer. I mean, that's crazy. That's not normal. If you're not familiar with this business, that's not normal. And coaching is expensive, and coaching is something you should pursue. It's what all high producers spend a portion of their business expenses on. It's not cheap. It's not cheap. If you were to quantify the value that these big names are providing, you're saving tens of thousands of dollars. There's literally that much value in the downline. And so, it goes all the way up. Jay Kinder, being a part of the Honey Badger Facebook group. Again, because I'm in this downline in a private Facebook group with the top producers in EXP Realty. And they are dropping knowledge every day on Facebook about how to be successful in a rapidly changing industry. And it's been incredibly powerful to be able to go on there, ask questions, bounce ideas off people, just use it as an incredible resource. So it's not just the person who is your sponsor, right? If you want to reach out to me and talk about being in my downline, it's not just going to be me that you're gleaming benefits from. It's going to be Jesse and Jackson. It's going to be Chuck Fazio. It's going to be, Jay Kinder. All of these industry giants that you're that much closer to. And if you've been in the business for a while, you know that that's not standard operating procedure at most of these brokerages. Going back to the Keller Williams model, and I'm not ragging on Keller Williams, but I was with Keller Williams for a couple of years, and so I just used this as a reference point, right, in differentiating brokerages. Obviously, they're currently the biggest brokerage, so I think it's a fair reference point. I was in a bold group. If you're talking about Facebook groups, if you're talking about mastermind groups for Keller Williams, right? Maybe you're saying to yourself, well, Keller Williams would offer me all this. Well, that wasn't my experience. I think the agents in my brick and mortar marketplace were fantastic and available, and I did learn a lot from them. But if you want to talk about the biggest agents in Keller Williams, I didn't have access to those people. I was in a bold Facebook group, which was really just a referral network, people, diving on a referral like it was chum, trying to get a referral across the country, which is fine. I was in like a Command Facebook group, which was really just talking about the problems with the Command, which is their CRM, but there was no mastermind group. I mean, the way Keller Williams does it is that they have events that you pay money to join. That's fair. They have bold events, which I think can definitely be worth the money. They have family reunion events in Texas where you can listen to a lot of those bigger names speak, which I think is great. But you're not having those resources available to you for free at any point in your journey with Keller Williams. You may be able to reach out to some of the bigger agents. They may respond, they may not. And you can get mentorship at Keller Williams, and you can get people to help you. But what I'm trying to say is the value proposition, in my opinion, it doesn't compare. Just the tremendous amount of connection. I haven't even talked about EXP World, right? You're talking about a virtual meeting place where, again, I don't have to be in a physical location. I can be at my house in my pajamas, and I could be, in a high-level mastermind meeting in EXP World. It really is just a model for the future. I think you've seen it with, the Netflix model and the Blockbuster model, right? Blockbuster is a brick and mortar selling physical DVD copies. And Netflix created a model that was based on the way the industry was moving. And that's exactly what EXP Realty has done. It's 2021. We don't need a brick and mortar marketplace anymore. Now, you may want that, but it's not necessary. And I think EXP's model is more forward-thinking, it's more connected, and it provides more value, in my opinion. It provides more way to put money in your pocket. I haven't even talked about earning your cap back in company stock. I haven't even talked about so many of the other benefits that go along being an EXP Realty agent. Just some food for thought for you. You know, when you're comparing brokerages, I would encourage you to compare and contrast brokerages. Make sure you really understand. Make sure you really understand the numbers, the benefits, the rules, and so that you can make an educated decision. And you know, the cool thing about, you know, if you're thinking about joining EXP Realty, you can choose to align yourself with someone who is doing what you want to be doing, right? Like I align myself with people. I am building a massive YouTube brand and presence, and that's generating a lot of leads and sales for me. And I wanted to, you know, 10x that. So I joined the downline of people who could help me do that. So, you know, if you're looking for a sponsor at EXP, what do you like to do? What are your values? Who's doing what you want to be doing, right? So, you know, for me, I think the value proposition I can offer is I can help you have success with YouTube, which I think is the single best lead generation source for realtors in existence that no one is using, truly. You know, I can help you build that and show you exactly what I did to have success. And I can talk with you about real estate investing, how to attract real estate investor clients, how to build a massive presence on biggerpockets.com, and how to help investors be successful with their goals so that they use you over and over and over again. And, you know, as the YouTube channel goes on, the value I provide will be more about multiple streams of passive income and how to be financially free. So if that's been your dream, if it's financial freedom, if it's not just being a real estate agent for the rest of your life, then you might want to partner with me in my downline. Now, if you have completely different goals, different vision, you know, maybe you like cold calling. You know, maybe cold calling is your favorite thing to do in the world. You've had some success with it, but you want to scale it up. Well, there's agents who've built an entire business on cold calling expires and FSBO. So maybe you want to join the downline of someone who can help you really scale that, have more massive success with it. So it's an incredible opportunity. I've talked a lot. I'm going to stop now, but I just wanted to share one of the benefits that you may not have ever heard about or realized with EXP Realty. It's not just about revenue share. It's not just about a better cap, lower fees. It's not just about the stock purchase program in a company that has grown exponentially, right? Those things are all great. It's about the connection. It's about the mastermind. It's about the really personal coaching from some of the most successful people, the ability to model those behaviors, ask questions, get a second opinions. You really can't put a price on that. If you did, I know it would be more than I could afford. So I wanted to make sure you know that. I want to make sure you have all the information in your arsenal to make a great decision. So that's a little bit about the power of the EXP downline. I hope you enjoyed that video. I'm going to do more long-form, free-flowing discussions. If you want to hear me talk about something, if you have a question, I want to keep this interactive. You know, make a comment, book an appointment with me, shoot me an email, give me a call, whatever. I want to provide value. You know, this is free content, no commitment required. I literally put out my exact strategies, you know, for building a six-figure plus business in real estate. It's all there. So it's just about providing value, because when you do that, you know, good things come your way. So hope you enjoyed that video. This is Freedom Agents. I hope you're enjoying the channel. Please subscribe. It's a great, cheap, easy way to support me. Reach out anytime. You can book an appointment with me right now. And yeah, my name's Marc Brenner, and I hope you're enjoying this, and I will see you next time.